Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for getting everyone here safely and on time. Dear Lord, please bless the people that came here early to set up and to make this dining hall look nice tonight. Thank you for Champs Catering because of their generous offering. We will be having our food tonight. Dear Lord, please help us bless this food that we are about to eat. Amen. Amen. Everyone please join me in the Philmont grace for food,
for raiment, for life, for opportunity, for friendship and fellowship, and thank you, Lord. Amen.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I know you guys are really interested in getting this food that Champs has brought for us. So, we're gonna start with the front table and our guest speaker going to get their food. And then right after that, we're gonna start on this end and alright. We're gonna start on this end, and what Champs has asked is that you exit your table that way, go around the back of the dining hall, come in this way. There'll be 4 lines, so 1 line on each side of the table. Yes, right over there, and then come back around this way and re-enter your tables from this direction, in the front. Okay. So if the front table wants to go, and then immediately followed by that far side of the room, and then going this way. Go ahead. Many times in my life, I've had opportunities to meet and learn from our speaker tonight. I first encountered him at a science fair when I was very small. Since then, I have accompanied and met him on several nature hikes, which he's very nature hikes. And so it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Rudy Mancke. I've always found his comments insightful and his reverence for nature astounding.
Great pleasure for me to be here tonight. I remember the old Camp Barstow. I'm a snake guy, so Camp Barstow #1 was a place for people who like snakes. I don't know how it is here, but hopefully you guys are fair up here. But those eastern cottonmouths in the lake at the old Camp Barstow is something I'll never forget as long as I live. And the little church camp that now is there calls me often to come and look at snakes that they're finding. So I enjoy what I do. It's a great pleasure to be here. Even though I wasn't directly involved with scouting, I got indirectly involved because my youngest brother was big in scouting in Spartanburg. That's where we grew up. I ended up being a nature study guy for a little Baptist church camp up in the mountains, Pickens County. So that's where I went to camp. A place now called Camp McCall. I was the first nature study leader there. But my brother was a nature guy like me, and I remember when he got the OA, the Order of the Arrow sash, how proud he was and how proud we were for him, and then Eagle Scout was just incredible. I've always liked the term scout, anyway. I've always thought that I wanted to be known as a scout. I wanted to be a person who was a listener and an observer, and a person who could, like scouts do, lead the way. I've always thought that scouting was that kind of organization, so I salute each and every one of you. I know there may be awards given later, and I congratulate all those who get awards ahead of time, but really with that sash on, you've been given a wonderful award already, and I know your family and friends are very excited about that. And I'm a person who views merit badge books, even though I wasn't a scout. The Reticle Studies is one of my my favorites, and the nature study was another one. Still quality stuff, as you know very well. They're well accepted all around the world. And as a naturalist, as a little kid growing up interested in nature, I used every book that was available to me. And merit badge books are still wonderful today. Again, the new reptile study was done by a very good friend of mine, so I'm really excited about that particular one, but all of them are good. And Tommy, when he wore that sash with those badges, I remember him saying to me one time, these are not, I'm not wearing them to show how proud I am that I got the merit badge. I'm wearing them to let people know that if they have a problem or a question in any of these areas, I'm there to help them. Now, I'm a naturalist, and I've been a naturalist all my life. Let me define the term. Naturalist is a person who studies the world of nature and marvels at it. And I started as a little kid. My parents claimed that even when I was just a little toddler of running and falling, I'd pick up and examine things very closely. I don't remember any of that, but that's what they said. But a naturalist is a person who studies the world of nature, and not just snakes. If you're just looking at snakes, you're an ophiologist. If you look at birds, you're an ornithologist. If you're looking at plants, you're a botanist. No, a naturalist looks at everything. And I've always figured that everybody's a naturalist to one degree or another. We're kind of curious about the world, excited about the world. So naturalists are generalists, but my first interest was snakes. And my parents loved me a lot because they allowed me to deal with animals that they really found rather, disgusting. I love them a lot because they allowed me to be just what I was. And Tommy's a naturalist too. That's my younger brother who's still involved in scouting. Naturalists study the world of nature and, like I say, stand back every now and then and marvel at it. We live in the smallest southeastern state. Every now and then when I say that, someone says, well, why did you mention that? That's not a very positive thing to say about the state where you live and you grew up. I've always believed that big things come in small packages. And I have traveled to all 50 states, done television shows in all 50 states, in Canada and other places. The most wonderful place in the world is the smallest southeastern state for me because it has everything from the mountains to the sea, everything in between, and if you're situated in the central part of the state like all of us are, you can get to the mountains or the beach in, 2.5 to 3 hours. Now that's pretty good when you think about it, and that diversity in this small space is something that's excited me all along. You like snakes? There is no better state to grow up in than this state. And my parents didn't like it, but that's the truth. If you want variety in venomous snakes, buddy, I get it. You've got rattlesnakes, the largest rattlesnake in North America. Where is it? It's here. Eastern Diamondback, not here, but down along the coast. Canebrake rattlesnakes, if you don't like the big rattlesnakes, and you just want the pygmy rattlesnakes, we've got a species of pygmy rattlesnake here, two subspecies. Oh, well, that's those, what about those moccasins? What about that eastern cottonmouth and copperheads? Copperheads all over the state. Eastern cottonmouth, thank goodness, coastal plain. They're down there in old Camp Barstow, and they're not here in Lake Murray. Never seen a cottonmouth in this lake. I've had people who bet me their house and their little pontoon boat that they had a cottonmouth that they killed on their docks. And then I went and looked at it. Doggone it, I should have taken that house. Well, I fixed the boat, but I let them keep it. They were just incorrect. Let me tell you something. Knowledge is powerful stuff. Scouting allows you to get tapped into knowledge about this world. Get all of it you can. I teach at the University of South Carolina. I tell my students that all the time. I'm learning too. You think I know a lot? Well, I know a little bit. But I'm going to be better next week than I am today. Knowledge is powerful stuff. I can't stand not knowing something. And so I'm always on the lookout. Naturalists study the world of nature. The diversity here is pretty incredible. That's one thing I marvel at. But the other thing that causes me to marvel is the way, when you look closely at all this variety in the world, that everything is connected to everything else. John Muir was an early naturalist, and here's his line. When you try to touch one thing by itself, you find it hitched to everything in the universe. I read that when I was 9 at the Spartanburg County Library in this little children's book on John Muir. And it stuck with me, and the longer I live, the more I realize he's right. Everything is connected to everything else. The energy that keeps your heart beating right now, where does it originate? Well, if you've done the nature study America, you know immediately, right? Where does the energy come from that keeps your heart beating right now? It comes from a star 93 million miles away. We call it the sun. You can't get it directly, but I'm taking advantage of an opportunity listening here. I got corn. I'm a lover of corn. I love to take corn and change it into Rudy Mancke. Something I've been doing all of my life. It's you know what you call that when you eat something and you rearrange the stuff and make your body out of it? We call that recycling. So I have recycled material, and the energy that's going to keep my heart beating was coming from that corn right over there. And how did it get in there? It came from the star, the plant trapped and put it in a form I could access. Do you like thinking about connections in the world? I do. I really, really, really do. So, since we are here tonight, and since the lodge has as its totem the red fox, am I correct on that? Then, why don't we use the red fox as an example and see how many connections we can make. Now, I don't have a living red fox on me, but not only do I like snakes, but I love skeletal material. I love to find stuff, not just the complete skeleton or the skull, but I am pretty good now. You send me one bone from an animal, and I can pretty well tell you what the animal is because it's found in South Carolina. I started collecting dead animals on the side of the road when I was a kid. In my line of work, we call them DOR specimens. DOR specimens. And my parents said I don't want anything in the yard that didn't smell good, so what did I do? I just let nature clean it up for me, and then I went back and I collected complete skeletons. And if you don't know what a red fox skull looks like, and I know you're way away, but I'm holding it close here and I'm going to describe it a little bit for you, because we got to play detective and figure out that this is a red fox. What are the clues on a skull? Well, immediately the size helps, right? As soon as I look at this skull, I know it's not a horse. You know, I mean, there are some things that are easy. Or a cow, or whatever, you know, it's way too small for that. Way too big to be, say, a squirrel, or a weasel, or animals that size. What are the best clues, though? The teeth. Yeah, so let's just go through, I don't know how much you know, and I've used my teeth tonight. I actually, and you probably did the same thing, you take big chunks of food and you chew it up. Did you notice this? And I use my front teeth. Here are 6 front teeth on this little guy right here. I got 4, and mine are, look at those. You can even see mine front teeth. What do you call these front teeth? What's the term for these front teeth and mouth stuff? Incisors, thank you very much. We've got 4 of them. This skull has, when you treat 4, 5, really, it just has 5, so it's missing 1. Sorry about that. What's the function of those little incisors right there? Biting off meat from a bone. I just did that a moment ago, and I am an expert at that. I've done that all of my life. And then I'll take the protein that used to be in grains like chicken and rearrange it and make human being out of it. Think about that for a minute. If you're not amazed, I don't know what I can say to amaze you. All right, those are in the front. Next teeth right here, and maybe even from a distance you can see they're long. They're relatively sharp-pointed. Not sharp, but they're relatively sharp pointed, got a little curve on them. What do you call those teeth? Canine teeth. And most animals that have really large canine teeth, you put them in one family of animals called the Canidae, the dog family. So this animal is a part of that family, right? That's another little connection. And when you see curved teeth like that, that are real sharp, what does that tell you about what this animal eats? It is a meat eater. It is a carnivore, at least to some degree. It uses those canine teeth to kill other animals. Rough life out there in the world. So this animal actually kills other animals. Then you've got some relatively sharp teeth, 1, 2, 3, and this one has a really interesting edge on it. They're called the premolars. And if something is the premolars, what are you going to call the teeth that come after that? You've got it. So the molars. And I'm looking at the molars here in the back of this fox skull, and you know what? I'll admit it. rid of mine. What does that tell you? This animal, yes, can kill other animals and feed on them, but it also eats lots of plant material. So it's an omnivore, like, say, for instance, me, because I took plant and animal material. Like I say, I'm working on it right now. I'm working on it right now, and I'll recycle it. What are these openings for in the front of the skull right there? Those are eyes. Now, behind that, there's some more openings. And those are large muscles that actually move the lower jaw. And what I like about this skull is if I had a lower jaw, well, I do. What do you take me for? This is a mandible, the right mandible of this animal. And guess what? There are 3 holes right there, so there were 3 incisors in the lower jaw. Canine tooth, right? Molars, huh? Yeah. So all you need is just that, or this, or if you've got a whole skeleton at your house, like somebody I know, 1 little bone is all it takes. Now, is this the only fox we have in South Carolina? Is the red fox the only fox found in the state? No. And it is not the most common fox. You chose the least common of the 2 foxes that we've got. So the red fox, and what's the other one? The gray fox. Which one is most common, red or gray? Gray fox by far. Now, a lot of people don't realize that gray foxes have a lot of orange on them. And I see a lot of DOR specimens of gray foxes. And they're grayish, mostly, orange on the legs and on the ears. The red fox, how would you describe it color-wise? Basically, red all over with little black booties. That's the way I like to think about it. They look like they're wearing black boots. And what color is the tip of the tail of the red fox? White, 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 white. Which one's bigger? Well, the red fox is usually, on average, a little bigger than the gray fox. Gray fox is found all over the state. It's probably a native animal. Red fox, for most people in South Carolina, it's believed it's an introduction. It was introduced early. Which one can climb trees? And I mean climb trees like kaboom. The gray fox or the red fox? Gray fox can climb trees. If the red fox can climb trees, it wouldn't be hunting in Europe riding horses. Because it'd be a very short hunt, wouldn't it? If you're up a tree, what are you going to do? Red foxes on the ground. Dig dens inside of banks. I find most of them along slopes like railroads. Railroad right-of-way. Man, that's a perfect place. I guess the rumble doesn't bother you. But anyway, you stay right there. And one of the interesting things that I get to do in my life is that when people see animals, DOR, or living, or find some odd thing, you know who they always call? They call me. Sometimes at the house. I don't know how they get that number, but anyway, they call me and they're curious about things. And of course, I'm a naturalist. I'm always excited about finding things. A few years ago, somebody called me in my office and said, I want you to identify something for me. I said, fine. Described it. And they said, well, it's toys. And I said, well, wait a minute. I'm a naturalist. I like toys. I've got a few toys that I had when I was younger, but I'm not an expert on toy identification. And he just laughed on the phone. He said, well, you'll be good at this. I won't bring them by the office. The next afternoon, he came by the office. He had a box with 2 things in it. And one of those 2 things was the skull of a rabbit, with the back end of the skull removed. Predators are very good at that. They like to recycle the brains. It's very tasty. I remember when I was a kid, brains and eggs at my uncle's house in Norway. Oh my goodness. Did I recycle them? Yeah, I did. When they killed an animal, a cow, they ate everything possible. We had lights one time. What are lights? Those are lungs. We had tripe one time. Oh my goodness gracious. If you're ever visiting somebody and they say, hey, we got tripe tonight, then you get in your car and you go away somewhere else. What did I eat on my uncle's farm? Stomach of the cow. Goodness gracious. It was the ugliest thing that I have ever, I think, eaten. And then one night, this is really ugly, to me as a child, sweetbreads. We got sweetbreads tonight. I thought, wow, a tasty dessert. dessert. A sweet cake with a little, kind of a sugary crust. It's got sweetbreads in it. That's the pancreas. Oh my goodness. Now, everybody eats mussel, right? I mean, not everybody, but I just ate some. But all those parts, it's amazing. One of these little things was a skull of a rabbit, and the other one was a lower jaw, a mandible of an opossum. And I said, what do you mean, toys? He said, I saw a den of red foxes on my property, and the little pups were out. There were 3 of them, and they were just knocking that skull and then roll over, and the other would just knock it back and knock it, throw the little mandibles, so those were really, in fact, toys. I get a chance to see some of the neatest things in the world. What do foxes eat, real quickly? What do they recycle? Any animal material they come in contact with, living or dead, roadkill, recently killed stuff. Oh man, you don't even have to exert energy to kill it. It's already there. And they eat plant material. Now let's go back to this. Which of the 2 foxes, maybe you know this, eats more plant material than the other? Does the red fox eat more plant material than animal? Or is it the gray fox that does that? Well, it's the gray fox that recycles more plant material than the red fox. And part of the reason is it can go up the tree and get the persimmons. And I saw this once in my life. This gray fox ran up. Now, ran up the side of a tree. I don't know how else to say it. Persimmon tree. Couldn't get out on the branch, so he shook the branch. And they fell, and when he came down, there were 2 or 3 others running in to try to get as much as they possibly can. So plant and animal material are eaten. They live together as a pair for as long as both of them are alive, and usually 2 or 3 pups are produced, and really, again, found all over the state of South Carolina. What eats foxes? Is there anything in the state of South Carolina that could actually take a fox and recycle it? I can't hear you. A bear might be able to do it, yeah. Bear would try something a little easier probably, but coyotes now are in the state of South Carolina. Is that in the same family with foxes? Yes, it is. First one I got 25 years ago. It's a hunter killed in Union County. Now they're in all 46 counties. And they are very good at out-competing, sadly, foxes. And cutting down on fox populations, whether it's directly killing the animal or whether it's just out-competing them for food. The coyote is probably one of the biggest dangers. And the other thing, of course, if you're swimming across a little country river in the state of South Carolina, yes, the alligator takes anything in the water and changes it into alligator. And I've seen them get a white-tailed deer. Of course, they're not going to eat it in one grab. They just twist off as much as they can, take the body out into an open space so that no other predator can get it, and come back tomorrow and feast on it. Naturalists have fun. I wish for everyone in this room, I hope you'll be able, when you get as old as me, to look at a group that you're speaking to and say this: I get paid to do what I absolutely love to do. Develop an interest in something beyond yourself, and I think in scouting you can't help but do that. And hopefully, one day, someone will offer to pay you to do what you love. My life is rich, not in dollars, but in the important stuff. And I encourage you to have a life that's rich in those things that money cannot ever buy. That's one of the nice things. I catch butterflies and dragonflies in an insect net. Nobody ever runs out and says, $12.95 plus tax. They're absolutely free and available. I encourage you, develop that interest in the natural world. It will enrich your life, and that's a message that's good to pass on to other people. Thanks for having me tonight. Congratulations again to everyone for the sash already on you and for other awards that might be.
Next year, and I hope everyone has a great night, and thank y'all very much for all your support.
In the order there, selected for the honor to be inducted. After 10 months, you seal your membership with Brotherhood, the only 3 of the levels of membership which you earn. Finally is the Vigil. Yet again, you are selected by your peers for this great and honored order. I would now like to call up all Vigil honor members to join me for tonight's call-out ceremony.
Where you want to go?
This Scouter joined the Boy Scouts as a Tiger Cub Den leader in 1996. This airman soon became the Cub Master of a Cub Scout pack that has grown to one of the largest in the Council. This airman has served on the staff of many Council Cub Scout events and Cub Resident Camp. The Scouter has also been active with the Boy Scouts as a Merit Badge Counselor. The Scouter has attended summer camp at Camp Daniel Boone and Camp Barstow. This past summer, the Scouter served as an adult leader on a 103-mile trek at Philmont. For the many leadership roles assumed at district and council events, this Scouter was awarded the Silver Beaver Award by the Indian Waters Council in 2005. This Scouter was tapped out for the Order of the Era in 2004. Brotherhood membership was sealed in 2005. Serving as the advisor of the Health and Safety Chairman, this airman oversaw the construction of the Lodge First Aid Kit. This airman has taught training sessions at fellowships and has been on hand to administer first aid at fellowships. This airman worked on Dixie staff in 2005 at Camp Barstow and attended Dixie in 2006 and 2007. At each Dixie, this airman took an active role in carving the lodge totem pole. Furthermore, this airman served as the training advisor for our lodge at Dixie in 2005, 2006, and 2007. As a result of the dedicated work of this airman, Muscogee Lodge won the Section Training Award in 2006 and 2007. For exceptional service to the Order of the Era, this airman received the Leadership and Service Award in 2006. This airman has spent untold hours working on Eagle Scout projects of the youth of Troop 45 in Orangeburg. From the Tiger Den that she first led upon joining Scouts, 7 of the 8 boys who were Tigers in that den are on track to earn the rank of Eagle Scout. In addition to her unselfish devotion to scouting in our order, the Scouter is an active pediatrician who lovingly cares for thousands of children in her practice. Dr. Mack is presently training to run her 5th marathon and continues to hold the mile swim record at Camp Daniel Boone. Will Scouter Tracy McPherson please stand to be tapped out as a candidate for the Vigil Honor?
I tap you, candidate for the Vigil Honor, Muscogee Lodge, number 221.
This Scouter is currently the Cub Master of Pack 307. He also is a committee member of Troop 307 and a member of the district training team. He spends a lot of time on the OA cook team and is present at most council-sponsored events in the kitchen. This Scouter has worked his way up from assistant den leader to assistant Weeblos leader to Weeblos den leader and is now an assistant scoutmaster. This Scouter has also attended Sea Base on 2 occasions, helped the OA drum sing team, and is an OWL and Wood Badge. He has also been present at 3 Dixies. Will Scouter Tony McClooney please stand to be tapped out as a candidate for the Vigil Honor?
I tap you, candidate for the Vigil Honor, Muscogee Lodge, number 221.
Scout started Cub Scouts at Saxagotha Presbyterian Church. As a Weeblo II, he earned the Arrow of Light and all 20 activity pins. He crossed over to Troop 307 in 2002. He has served as Patrol Leader, Den Chief, Senior Patrol Leader, Assistant Patrol Leader, and Chaplain's Aide in Troop 307. He is an Eagle Scout with 3 palms. He has attended National Scout Jamboree in 2005, National Order of the Arrow Conference in 2006. He went to Philmont the summer of 2007. He is part of the Muscogee Drum, Sing, and Dance Team. He is an individual brass dancer and on the group dance team. He has served as Chapter Chief for Chapter 3. He was responsible for the Where to Go camping guide for the Lodge in 2006. Scout Justin Hall, please stand to be tapped out as a candidate for the Vigil Honor.
I tap your candidate for the Vigil Honor, Muscogee Lodge, number 221.
This Eagle Scout has held almost all of the leadership positions in his troop and is currently serving as a Junior Assistant Scoutmaster. He attended Philmont in 2007. He sealed his membership in the Order of the Arrow in 2004 by achieving brotherhood and has remained active by attending all Lodge events. He has been very active with the Lodge drum and dance teams for the past 5 years. He has held the positions of Dance Chairman and Vice Chief of Indian Affairs for 2 years. While serving as Vice Chief of Indian Affairs, he arranged several Native American dance demonstrations for Cub Scout packs in the Council. He has been described as an outstanding airman with a love and passion for the Order and Scouting. His commitment to Muscogee Lodge truly shows in how others trust in him. Will Scout Brandon Poole please stand to be tapped out as a candidate for the Vigil Honor?
I tap your candidate for the Vigil Honor, Muscogee Lodge, number 221. It is done, and it is good.
And to make the Lodge an asset
And to make the Lodge an asset
to Scouting and the Indian Waters Council.
to Scouting in the Indian Waters Council.
Congratulations.
Good to wear a fun hat.
Asset to Scouting
And make the Lodge an asset to Scouting
in the Indian Waters Council.
in the Indian Waters Council.
Congratulations.
And I guess drive safe. Hope you had a good night. Thank you.